and welcome back to Lucky Loaders 15, where I'll be giving you 3 of my best tips for tomorrow's racing. Now, before we get stuck into those, quickly just want to reflect on how our selections performed today. In the end, it was an abysmal day for us today. Nothing went right for us at all, and it pretty much felt that way from the get-go, as our nap was just chinned on the line. Manila Drama ran a great race for the majority of it, but was just pegged back by a faveur of Dan Skelton in the closing stages. One of those typical Haydock finishes where unfortunately we came out of it on the wrong side. So that was frustrating there. Janico was our next best, well found in the market, up there towards the top of the betting. Travelled well for a long way into the race, but in the end, when it came to the business end of things, just didn't have the gears to go on. So that was frustrating. And then the Longshot of the day, acting last, never got into the race at all, was out the back from the get-go and was never really suited by the race was by how the race was run by Dashel Drasher in the end. So yeah, frustrating day today, but I'm not going to complain too much. It's been a good week on the whole. Obviously we had a good 20-1 nap winner on Thursday, and we've had some other winners earlier in the week. So yeah, been in better form this week, and it means that we are now in profit for the month of January from my selections here on my YouTube channel, and fingers crossed we can get back to winning ways tomorrow. Now, before I give you those selections, I should say that this video could have been a complete waste of time if you're watching it tomorrow. They are meant to be having inspections in the morning at Hereford, and also as well across the RSC at Thurles, where I'm going to be giving you my selections tomorrow. It means they could abandon the race meetings. I know they've got snow forecast at Hereford, so that one could be a bit 50-50, but they did say on their Twitter feed that the track is currently raceable, so fingers crossed they get the green light, and also as well so does Thurles. But yeah, enough of all the doom and gloom. Let's say that they're on and give you the tips then for tomorrow's racing. And we're going to be going across the RSC tomorrow to Thurles for my first selection of the day in the 230, where I'm going to be putting up here as my next best of the day, Key Commander, which is currently available at 15-2 at bookmakers at the moment. At the current time of recording, just after 4:45, the best price available is with Skybet, who are offering 15-2, and also as well they're paying 4 places on the race, and I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection tomorrow for Owen Doyle and Donna Myler, who's booked for the ride. Now, this horse I thought was a good winner last time out when winning over 3 miles and 1 furlong at Thurles. Did the job really nicely that day, travelled really well, and in the end was a really convincing winner. Now, that was in a lower grade of race, and the handicapper has had his say-so, has raised the horse £12 in the weights. But this horse is still only a 6-year-old, you know, and the way it raced last time, you like to think that there could be a lot more to come from it in handicap company. So I think you should definitely mark up that effort last time. Also as well, it beat a horse called Get a Day, who had a form line with one of the favourites in here tomorrow, Enjoy de Alain, not Envoy Alain. Obviously take on the name there, but yeah, the form between them isn't that different, and Enjoy de Alain is much shorter in the betting, and we're getting £3 from that horse there, despite the conditional £3 claim when you take that into the bargain. So we get a little bit of weight in our favour from that one. And despite that horse winning well last time out, I thought our lad did too. And if it does turn into a war of attrition, we know our horse has got the stamina up his sleeve, and also as well can be suited going back down in trip, and is a course winner. So there's lots to like about this horse's chances tomorrow. He's 6 years old. He's not got a national hunt pedigree. He's by elusive Pimpernel. He's got a lot of unusual sprinters from some foreign lands in his pedigree, but I just thought there was a lot to like about his performance last time, and I still think, like I said, he might have a few pounds to play off his current mark. So that's going to be my next best of the day. That's Key Commander in the 230 at Thurles. We then head back across this side of the RSC to Hereford for my nap, which runs in the 350 with a horse called the Zee Man for Ollie Murphy and Fergus Gregory, claiming a handy £3 off the horse's back. Now, I was quite impressed by this horse's win last time out, which came at Fakenham. It was on his chase debut, and also as well on his stable debut. He's previously with David Dennis, who's now part of the operation run by Tom Simmons, and we've seen what good form that yard have been in this season. But yeah, this horse Zee Man in the GG group did very well last time, I think, to win. Yes, it wasn't a great race on paper, you know, quite a lot of weak types in there, but I thought he did the job really nicely, and there should be a lot more to come from him. He won the race off a mark of 90 that day. The handicaps had his say and raised himself £7, but I still think that's really workable. And Ollie Murphy's team have been in really good form in January, towards the autumn, and even going up to Christmas. You know, the yard had been in terrible form, but I always, like I've said a couple of times recently, this yard I always feel goes well in January. I don't know what it is, but they normally come right around about this time of year. So I think with those things coming into our favour, I think at 5-2 tomorrow, this horse still has quite a bit more to offer. And if you look at the rest of the field, I didn't think, again, it was a particularly strong race. And I'll be disappointed if this horse couldn't get another win under his belt. So that's going to be the Zee Man as my nap of the day, 5-2, 1 point win only bet. We then go back across the RSC for the race there for the Longshot, the 4 o'clock, with a horse called Gulfstream. You can currently back this one at the time recording at 11-1, and there was currently 4 places on offer with Betfair and Paddy Power. I'm going to recommend a 0.5 each way selection here for Sean Flanagan, who's riding for Adrian Murray. Now, last time we saw this horse, I thought he ran quite a credible race when he took on Master McShee at Leopardstown during the Christmas meeting there. That was quite a decent handicap for the grade, and Master McShee, it's been well documented, obviously, that he's got some nice form tied in with Supreme Novice Hurdle favourite Appreciate It. He bumped into him on debut, and then Master McShee went on to win a novice hurdle, and then he went on to win a handicap. He was due to run last week, Master McShee, in the Moscow Flyer, but he was withdrawn on the morning of the day. So yeah, I think our selection there, Golden Speed, just bumped into one that day, and coming back into this handicap company, I think he's got a good chance. He is going to have to carry top weight, but he's been quite effective, I think, so far in handicaps. He won a few starts ago at Punchestown, over slightly further, and like I said earlier at Thurles, it's deep and heavy ground, and it could just turn into a stamina battle, and we know our horse can last a little bit further, and I just think that could come into play tomorrow, his stamina reserves. He's a strong travelling type. I expect Sean Flanagan to get him into a good rhythm, and I think he can come with a late run tomorrow, and he'll be travelling quite strongly, and I think he might be able to use those stamina reserves in the closing stages to at least gain a place. And I think 11-1, I think he's a little bit overpriced there. I think he brings some good form to the table. So yeah, Gold Speed is going to be my long shot of the day tomorrow, and fingers crossed he can give us a good run for our money there. So they're the 3 tips for tomorrow's racing. Quickly just go through them then. The next best of the day is Key Commander in the 2:30 at Thurles, 15-2, 0.5 each way, 4 places with Skybet, and there's also as well many other firms offering 4 places, so you can definitely search around there. Then we go to the nap, which is in the 350 at Hereford, Zee Man, 5-2, 1 point win only bet. And then in the 4 o'clock at Thurles, Gold Speed, 11-1, 0.5 each way, 4 places, Paddy Power Betfair. So yep, they're the 3 tips for tomorrow's racing. If you're enjoying these videos, please remember to hit the thumbs up button. Also as well, if you haven't subscribed yet to my YouTube channel, please do. I really appreciate all the support you give me. Also as well, if you want to follow me on social media, the best place to do so is on Twitter, where my handle is @LuckyLoader15. And if you want to find out a little bit more about myself, my website address is www.chrisloaderracing.co.uk. So please gamble responsibly. Hopefully we can have some winners tomorrow, and we'll be seeing you soon.